Okay, I'm back. And this is a snapdragon plant that has been on the west wall of the house where it gets that southwest sun, and it somehow miraculously has over summered. These are cool weather flowers, and they're really pretty. But I'm in my little shaded area here, and it's only about 95 right now, so I'm getting a little bit of work done during the day, which is unusual. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this back and prune it and remove some of the dead stuff and see what we're working with. But this one may end up being a perennial rather than an annual, just by the very fact that it was placed next to a tall bougainvillea in a tall pot that gave it some shade. So that may have been the magic secret, magic ingredient. But anyway, I'm going to prune this and I'll be right back and I'll show it to you then. Okay, so I've got my filming partner back, and so Diego, my helper here. I want to show you something cool. Snapdragons, after they've spent their seeds, they get these little, you get left over with these little empty seed pods, and they look like little skulls, like with two little eyes, little nose, and a little jaw. Anyway, I just think that's really cool. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get all this dead stuff out, see what we're working with. Like I said, this snapdragons are normally cool weather plants. They love Arizona in the fall, winter, and spring, but they don't usually like our summers. Got lucky with this one because of the placing. It was near a taller plant in a big pot, that tall pot that shaded it. And so we're going to go ahead and just cut off the dead stuff and see. But I think this one might end up being a perennial just by placement. That's interesting. A lot of this stuff you can just take off with your hands. All the crispy, crunchy things. All these little skulls in here. It's like I'm excavating a little graveyard. We've got all colors in this pot of snaps. We've got this one, which is the apple blossom color, and then over here we've got, oh no, that's a bougainvillea that petaled it. Okay, here's a, well, I'm not quite sure, that could be bougainvillea. Anyway, this one had, when it was in bloom, it had pink, yellow, peach, red, kind of lilac-ish purple. It was really, really pretty. And like I said, it's been surviving ever since last spring. Probably shouldn't have put that, but okay. Anyway, it'll grow back if it's meant to. All right. A lot of stuff here. This part's all dry, so I'm going to cut this part back to about here where this stem looks healthier. See what happens. Oopsie. Took that into another plant. Okay, these are just dried flower buds that, oops, that didn't get too open because it was too hot. More little skulls. Just love those little seed casings. I think they look so cool. It's like you thought it was a flower, but really I was a skull. Oh, okay. There goes the apple blossom one. The one bloom it had. That was in good shape. They say not to remove ever more than a third of a plant when you're pruning, and a third of the greenery. But when you're pruning at the end of a season, or if it's something that is an annual that's going to come back next year, then you tend to kind of prune it back to the base. And so I think I'm going to kind of do cross between those two rules because this one is just in a new, it's trying to do something different, so we're gonna kind of have a wait and see. I'm not gonna prune everything back. Just take off the stuff that's obviously dead. The stems aren't all so very sturdy, and some of them I'm seeing just kind of pull off. But anyway. Okay. Alright, now any more obviously dead parts? Did I miss anything? I did. Now, oh, that one just pulled off. These stems pull off rather easily. So, I don't know if my usual pulling is doing the best, but all these unopened, oh, these ones open. Okay. Ooh, let's see. There's more. Another one pulled off. Oh, little skull screaming at you. All right. Get the rest of the dead stuff off. For the most part, I don't think I'm going to get it all off. Oopsie. Keep doing that. Ah! Sorry, Juliet. You're doing more damage than good. Okay. That's about all I want to take off right now. I'm going to go ahead and put this back where it was. I'm going to get it a little bit of liquid organic fertilizer, which is just a blend of the fish and kelp emulsion and then the bloom booster, and these are both made by Alaska. One is more bloom and the other one is fish plant food. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and blend a little bit of that into some water, of each of those kinds into some water, put it in here, feed this thing, put it back where it was, where it gets that little bit of shade. And we should have our last week of temps that are over 105 this week, and then after that it should start creeping down towards 100 and then towards 90. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll get some beautiful blooms on this one in a couple of months. I'll try not to keep my hopes up because, you know, its normal life cycle is not summer, but we'll see how it goes and we'll update then. All right, thanks. Stay tuned.